Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy Eyes Academy. So recently there is a news with respect to the Bangladesh backs UN aid corridor proposal to trouble Myanmar. Now, a secret corridor, a million of refugees and a war-torn land that no one dares to enter. What if I told you that a small South Asian country struggling with its own crisis is about to open its border not for war but for hope? Now, in the shadows of Myanmar's civil war, as bombs fall and rebels clash, the United Nations has proposed something bold, that is a humanitarian lifeline through Bangladesh. That is a move that could change the game for the starving civilians of Rakhine State, perhaps rewrite the future of millions Rohingya refugees. But beneath the surface of compassion and aid lies a maze of politics, power plays, and national interest. Now, why is Bangladesh suddenly supporting this? Is it about aid? Is it just about aid or something deeper? So stay with me as we dive into one of the most uninterpreted or underreported yet explosive geopolitical twist of our town, where humanitarian aid meets hidden agendas and the future of regional stability hangs in the balance. So in this explosive video, we uncover the shocking truth behind Bangladesh's support for a UN-backed humanitarian aid corridor to Myanmar. Is this truly about saving lives or a hidden political strategy of Bangladesh? With over 1 million Rohingya refugees stranded in Bangladesh and Myanmar's brutal civil war raging on, the world is watching. But the real question is, what does Bangladesh gain from opening its border for international aid? So what you will discover in this video, that is the secret motivations behind Bangladesh move. Second, how geopolitics, security, and regional stability are intertwined with humanitarian aid. Third, the hidden stakes for the future of the Rohingyas and Bangladesh role in global crisis. So don't miss out on understanding the real impact of this humanitarian decision on global politics and on the lives of millions. So hit the bell icon to stay updated with more mind-blowing geopolitical stories. So today we are going to discuss Bangladesh, who supports the idea of UN aid route to Myanmar, but Bangladesh is facing criticism. Now, why Bangladesh is facing criticism? So let me tell you that on 30th April 2025, है ना? तो अब 30th अप्रैल 2025 को याद रखिएगा, यूएन चीफ जो कि जिनका नाम है एंटोनियो ग्यूटेरेस, सो यूएन चीफ एंटोनियो ग्यूटेरेस विजिटेड बांग्लादेश, है ना? तो अब एक स्टेटमेंट आया है, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. So UN Chief Antonio Guterres visited Bangladesh in March 2025. मार्च 2025 में इन्होंने विजिट किया था बांग्लादेश में, है ना? अब एक चीज समझिएगा, इस मंडे को डेट क्या थी? 29 अप्रैल 2025. दैट मींस, और म्यांमार में अर्थक्वेक कब आया था? 29 मार्च 2025. दैट मींस ऑन दिस मंडे 1 month was completed since a major earthquake in Myanmar region. तो अब सवाल यह है, what is the main issue here? Main issue क्या है? The United Nations suggested creating a humanitarian aid corridor through Bangladesh. यूएन ने क्या सजेस्ट किया है कि एक ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एड कॉरिडोर बनाएंगे थ्रू बांग्लादेश टू हेल्प स्टार्विंग पीपल इन रखाइन स्टेट ऑफ म्यांमार। जी हाँ, टू हेल्प स्टार्विंग पीपल ऑफ रखाइन स्टेट इन म्यांमार। जी हाँ, इसके बाद क्या हुआ? बांग्लादेश इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट सेज it is open to the idea that we are ready to implement this idea. Now, first important thing, what is the reason for aid? इस aid के पीछे क्या reason है ना? तो आइए समझते हैं what is the main reason for this aid. First thing is Rakhine state is in crisis. जी हाँ, Rakhine state is in crisis. कैसे? There is fighting between Myanmar junta and Arakan army rebels in Myanmar region, Rakhine state. And people are starving and many lives in makeshift shelters after the earthquake. And despite a humanitarian truce, military attacks continue. Military attacks अभी तक continue हैं. Clear? तो ये रखाइन स्टेट है, आप लोकेशन देख सकते हैं. क्लियर? तो अब और एक और यहां पर एंगल है. दूसरा एंगल क्या है? दैट इज रोहिंग्या रेफ्यूजी. जी हां, रोहिंग्या रेफ्यूजी के बारे में आइए हम समझते हैं. नाउ विद रेस्पेक्ट टू रोहिंग्या रेफ्यूजीज, कहा जाता है अबाउट 1 मिलियन रोहिंग्याज, मोस्टली मुस्लिम्स, लिव इन पुअर कंडीशन इन रिलीफ कैंप्स इन बांग्लादेश. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द रोहिंग्याज दे केम after 2017 म्यांमार मिलिट्री क्रैकडाउन. क्लियर? ये सबसे बड़ा रीजन है जो कि रोहिंग्या कैंप्स है बांग्लादेश में. अराउंड 1 मिलियन रोहिंग्याज दे आर रिजाइडिंग इन बांग्लादेश रिलीफ कैंप्स. क्लियर? एंड मोस्ट ऑफ देम केम आफ्टर 2017 म्यांमार मिलिट्री क्रैकडाउन. नाउ व्हाट इज बांग्लादेश गवर्नमेंट स्टेटमेंट? अब बांग्लादेश की गवर्नमेंट का स्टेटमेंट क्या है? तो सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे खलीलुर रहमान. एज यू कैन सी हिज इमेज, खलीलुर रहमान हु इज द एडवाइजर ऑन रोहिंग्या इश्यूज. जी हां, he is the advisor on Rohingya issues and he said Bangladesh is willing to give logistic support if the UN leads the aid. And he also said that the idea is only in the consultation stage and it needs an agreement from many groups. So what is the goal? अब इन्होंने कहा that our goal is to stabilize Rakhine state and help Rohingya return home safely. Apart from this, there are some additional government views. अब additional government views किसके? तौहीद हुसैन, who is the foreign affairs advisor. अब तौहीद हुसैन साहब ने क्या कहा? Tauhid Hussain, foreign affairs advisor, he said on Sunday that Bangladesh may allow the passage if UN meets certain conditions. That Bangladesh UN को use करने देगा, but if UN meets certain conditions. Clear? So Bangladesh interim government is ready to provide aid to Myanmar, है ना? If it is done or if it is led by the United Nations. But there are criticisms from different political parties. Now, what are the criticisms? So, Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Now, he is Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. He is the Secretary General of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, that is BNP party. And he said that interim government must consult others also because the decision affects our sovereignty and regional peace. Apart from him, another personality is Shafiqur Rahman. जी हाँ, ये है Shafiqur Rahman and he is the chief of Jamaat-e-Islami and he warned of security issues. इन्होंने कहा कि इससे बहुत सारे security issues हो सकते हैं. Apart from this, UN का कमेंट क्या है? Now Louise Barber. Now Louise Barber, she is from the UN office in Bangladesh. She is from the UN office in Bangladesh and she said that the aid route needs approval from both Bangladesh as well as Myanmar. है ना? So overall when we see these things, Bangladesh support for the United Nations aid corridor into the Myanmar, it may appear humanitarian, but it is likely has strategic motives behind it. So what are the hidden agendas or underlying interests of Bangladesh? Why Bangladesh want to help Myanmar? तो हेल्प जैसा तो कुछ इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस में होता नहीं है। तो हिडन एजेंडा क्या हो सकता है बांग्लादेश का? फर्स्ट थिंग इज रोहिंग्या रिपैट्रिएशन स्ट्रैटेजी। जी हां, फर्स्ट थिंग कैन बी रोहिंग्या रिपैट्रिएशन स्ट्रैटेजी। अब कैसे? मेन गोल क्या है? द मेन गोल इज Bangladesh wants to create condition in Rakhine that are safe and stable to the Rohingya refugees be sent back. Now, why Bangladesh is supporting this? So, supporting aid to Rakhine could also help rebuild infrastructure and make repatriation seem more realistic in nature. It will also put pressure on Myanmar to accept its citizens back without forcing Bangladesh to directly engage in confrontation. Apart from this, UN है, so इससे बांग्लादेश क्या कर सकता है? इससे बांग्लादेश को डिप्लोमेटिक लीवरेज मिलेगा एंड इमेज बिल्डिंग होगी। कैसे? Bangladesh wants to be seen as a responsible and humanitarian regional actor. So backing the United Nations plans, it will enhance its goal and it will also enhance its global reputation, especially when Rohingya issue is fading from the international attention. And it also shows that the interim government's legitimacy in dealing with international partners despite domestic political instability. Apart from this, there are security calculations also. Now security calculations कैसे? Now security calculations. How security calculations? A stable Rakhine state reduces the risk of spillover violence, arms trafficking, as well as cross-border crime. So supporting the humanitarian aid might indirectly weaken the Arakan army or at least reduce the chaos on the border. Apart from this, Bangladesh indirectly shifting the burden to the UN. जी हाँ, so indirectly Bangladesh जो है, it is shifting the burden to the UN. So by involving the United Nations, Bangladesh wants that international community to share the responsibility and the cost of dealing with Rohingya issue. And it signals that Bangladesh cannot keep bearing the refugee burden alone. Apart from this, domestic political outfits, है ना? Now domestic political optics कैसे? So let me tell you, for the interim government, this move sent a message of proactive diplomacy and crisis management during a politically fragile time. So it may also be calculated, it may also be considered as a calculated move to differentiate itself from the previous governments and build public legitimacy. Okay. Then apart from this, other countries have also used the same kind of things. तो इससे बांग्लादेश ये भी शो कर सकता है कि देखो, हम जबकि पॉलिटिकल क्योज है बांग्लादेश में, स्टिल वी आर बिल्डिंग, we are taking the initiatives, है ना? We are taking the initiatives of peace. We are taking the initiatives of or we are building the public legitimacy, है ना? तो अब एक चीज मैं आपको बता देता हूं, humanitarian aid is one of the important tools with respect to foreign policy. कैसे? This is not the first time that any country is going to use this humanitarian aid corridor. Other countries have also used humanitarian corridors previously, है ना? Not, and they have not used humanitarian aid only to help, but to advance their strategic interest. कैसे? अब यहां पर बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको दे सकता हूं। टर्की, सबसे पहला एग्जाम्पल टर्की। टर्की ने क्या किया था? टर्की gave humanitarian corridors into Syria. What was the official goal? Aid delivery to civilians during the Syrian civil war. Hidden agenda क्या था टर्की का? To create a buffer zone to contain the Kurdish militias. established the de facto control over the parts of northern Syria. And Turkey also used the corridor to settle the Syrian refugees from Turkey into these zones, which altered the local demography. Then रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर कैसे? अब पहले भी ये चीज हो चुका है. रशिया ह्यूमैनिटेरियन कॉरिडोर्स इन यूक्रेन. ऑफिशियल गोल क्या था? अलाउ सेफ पैसेज फॉर सिविलियंस ड्यूरिंग इट्स इन्वेशन. हिडन एजेंडा क्या था? It was used. Now they have used corridors to evacuate or control population from strategic areas, है ना? They have gained the propaganda leverage by portraying itself as a protector. They have often manipulated corridor to delay the Ukrainian military gains or regroup troops, है ना? इंडिया ने भी ये चीज किया था 2009 में, ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्सेस टू श्रीलंका, है ना? तो ये पहली बार नहीं हो रहा है कि कोई कंट्री ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एड को यूज करेगी अपने स्ट्रेटेजिक इंटरेस्ट के लिए. ऐसा नहीं होता. क्लियर? सो फ्रॉम दिस वी कैन से लाइक दीज कंट्रीज ओनली, टर्की, इंडिया, देन रशिया, है ना? सो बांग्लादेश बैकिंग ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटेरियन कॉरिडोर, इट मे हेल्प in stabilizing its border. It may shift refugee responsibility. It may gain diplomatic capital, and it may influence the post-conflict outcome in Rakhine state. Getting my point? तो इसमें बांग्लादेश का स्ट्रैटेजिक इंटरेस्ट छुपा हो सकता है. So basically वर्ल्ड क्या देखता है? The world sees only food trucks, medicines, peacekeepers. But if you look closely these things, you will see a geopolitical chessboard in motion. Bangladesh support for the United Nations aid corridor is not just about the compassion. It is about the returning refugees. It is about the securing borders and balancing powers between China, West, and a fractured Myanmar. So this story is not just about two countries. It is about how humanitarian crises are never just humanitarian. They are political also. They are strategic also. They are global also. So next time when you hear the word aid corridor, ask yourself who is really helping whom and why. If this blew your mind or opened your eyes to a hidden world of diplomacy, conflict, and hope, so like, share, and subscribe to our channel Legacy IAS Academy, because the real stories, they don't make headlines, they make history. Thank you so much.